All right, Karamburra. We have what we had left over from last time with our geo camera light, and we've rendered out. So we could do a few different things, but I reckon we should get into making this move a little bit. So if we hit tab, and we've got all of these green chops, the one that we want is audio device in, so not too far from the top, and we'll drop that down. I'll click on. Now yours will look a little bit different to this one because of the equipment I'm using, but yours should look something just like this, and it should use the default microphone in your laptop. If not, if you're using a tower PC or something similar, then you'll need to have a microphone attached. So what this is the sound of my voice coming in through and registering here. So how do we get that to move this guy here? So what we can do is we'll hit tab again, and let's go nearly to the top left and grab an analyze, because at the moment we're getting lots and lots of information coming in here, too much information. So what we're going to do is we put that analyze down, then we're going to left click on here and connect it there. So now this shows up in a slightly different way. So we've got audio coming in, and this one will analyze and do some things for us. So because I've got the green box around analyze, we can go up here and it gives us some options. So under the first tab, analyze, you click and you'll get a drop down box, and we want RMS power, and you can see that that has smoothed it out. So that's looking good. The next thing we do is we will go to tab again, and we will get a math chop. So round about in the middle, there's our math chop, and we'll connect that one up there as well. And then I think we will also put a null in. So I'm going to scroll out a little bit, and I'm going to right click and select all three of these and move them back, so I've got a little bit more space. I'll hit tab, and I will get a null, N-U-L-L. Okay, so a null is just good kind of housekeeping. It's just a really good thing to do because it allows you to get some information out of the null, and if you want to change something back here in your chain, it means that you don't have to change a whole lot of things around. The null is kind of a placekeeper, but it just makes things easier if you get into the habit at the end of a chain to put a null in there. So we've got our audio device going into our analyze. A math chop will let us make, if we find that the signal is not big enough or it's too big, we can make it bigger or smaller with the math chop. And from our null, what we can do is, so with this signal that you can see on the null, I'm going to make this active by clicking in this bottom right hand corner. Now I can grab that. I could put the mouse on this and left click on that, and I can take it somewhere. So if I left click on that and I go and hold it over the geo, after a second the geo's information box will come up, all of the parameters. So what I would like to do is keep holding that and then move it over here onto the second box in the translate and click export chop. Now what's happened is you can see it moving with my voice, and if I move closer it'll move higher because it's getting a hotter signal. So in this geo, what I've done is these boxes here, translate is moving this object around, in the on the x-axis, so left to right, the y-axis, up or down, and the z-axis, closer or further away. So what I've done is put it on the y-axis, and because it's a positive signal, when I talk, it goes up, and then comes back down when I stop. Now, if I wanted to make it move a bit more, I could go to the math chop and click on that, and I've got my parameters box open, and I could say go to multi-add, and I could multiply. Let's make it 3 times as effective, 3 times the value. So now that's moving around a bit, and that's cool. So we've made our first interaction here. We're moving something with our voice. And this is the kind of thing that TouchDesigner is very good at. It's very good at getting a signal from almost anything and getting it into TouchDesigner and then affecting something. So that's what makes it such a fun piece of interactive software. And they've done a lot of the hard coding for you to create these operators, but you also still have to do a fair amount of work yourself, which is why everyone ends up making something, generally making something quite unique, which is one of the things I really like about the software. Okay, I reckon that's enough for that one. Let's do something more in the next video.